Today's video did not go as planned. Big rip. Last night I recorded for about 2 hours, but once editing the video there is this chirping sound throughout the entire audio. So here we are. What game are we talking about? We are talking about a new mobile collector RPG called Exos Heroes. And yes, this genre is filled with a bunch of copy pastas, and there are just way too many collector RPGs to keep up with. Very few of them stand out to me. Very few can get me to commit. And this is one of the mobile games that I will continue to play, that will stay installed on my phone, because I really enjoyed this and liked the character design, the combat, and just the overall aesthetic of the game. This video is sponsored. They wanted me to take a look at the game, showcase it to you guys. A short promotion that I put in a video of a different topic or longer video. But since I enjoyed this game so much, I told them I had no problem making an entire video dedicated to this game. So yes, it's available for Android and iOS, or you can play it on an emulator if you want to, which still falls into the Android category. And you can start playing the game by clicking that link down below in the description. Originally, this was going to be a Let's Play, but the performance on BlueStacks and the audio was just too bad, so I'm just going to showcase the game to you guys, discuss some of the features, show some gameplay, and showcase my current heroes. I'll be doing all of this from a mobile device. Alright, so for starters, this game does offer 3 different languages. Well, voiceovers. English, Korean, and Japanese. And this game also has a story. So in between missions, in between episodes as they call them, or chapters, you will get scenes with text dialogue, little character pop-ups, and I do want to say the art in this game is really nice, but you will get some scenes that are voice acted and that use the in-game models. So if you're into the story, you'll probably really enjoy this.
Slow down, baby.
What?
Nothing. I say nothing.
You said something?
I say nothing.
I heard you say something.
No, nothing.
Can't say that I usually pay attention to stories in gacha games, but I do let the scenes play out, and I'm like, oh, damn, that's nice, that looks cool. But the major thing that stands out to me about this game is the combat. Now, I'm not saying that as, oh my god, the combat's so immersive, fast-paced, hack and slash, because it's not. This is a collector game, an RPG, turn-based. There is some strategy to this game, but not in the way of a game like Arknights, where it comes to how you place your heroes, how you move them across the board. It's not that kind of strategy. It's more so based on elemental types, breaking your enemies and dealing massive damage, team formation, things like that. Characters have armor, accessory slots, a thing called fate cores, which add more stats to these characters but also change their appearance, so it's kind of like a costume. You can, however, share these stats with other characters even if it doesn't belong to them. And one thing I really like about this is the exploration. So you can travel across this map, visit different areas. There's even a mode that allows you to explore offline. You can do it online as well, and pretty much your group will run around the map collecting different rewards, getting experience and things like that. But you can explore yourself, and sometimes you'll get your ass burned by this flying dragon. It gets me kind of nostalgic, makes me feel like I'm playing a game like Golden Sun back in the day. Though my memory's a bit foggy, it just reminds me of old school Game Boy Advance games, where you kind of explore the world map with these 2D characters. The younger me is very happy. But you can go to towns, you can visit different areas where you do get to experience the game in 3D. You get to look at your amazing looking models. But the combat, just look at this, look at how flashy these skills are. I can't really say I've reached a point in my few hours of playing the game where I felt like, man, I need to manually take over. Not yet, but I'm only around chapter 2, so I don't expect that just yet. And in the beginning of the game, in the prologue, you cannot play the game on auto. But once I got that unlocked, I was like, hell yeah, because my team's really strong. I have spent some money on this game already, and I just will say that out of the tons and tons of gacha games that I've played, this is probably #1 gacha game for me when it comes to your typical collector RPG. The one where you roll for characters. You do missions, it's turn-based, there's autoplay. This is probably #1 for me. Gacha games like Honkai Impact and Arknights I don't really want to put in that category because they have a different form of gameplay, not just turn-based. Those are some of my favorites as well, but those don't fall into your typical gacha category. So it's not revolutionary, but when it comes to the gameplay, the combat, it's just very pleasing to look at. And look at the way that you roll for characters. Like, this is pretty fucking epic.
A new companion has arrived.
I didn't need to spend money on this game. Like, it's pretty generous in the beginning, I will say, on giving you characters. Not only do you obtain characters from the story, but you do get a free roll. And the cool thing about this is you don't have to re-roll if you get characters you don't like. And by that I mean, in a lot of collector games, people will create a different account or delete their account if they don't get the characters they want. So they go through the prologue, get to the point where the game allows you to get free characters, and they're like, yeah, this team sucks, I'm going to start another account. This game actually gives you a re-roll option. So if you don't like the first set of characters you get, you can continuously re-roll until you get a set of characters you like. At first, I got a 5-star and was like, holy shit, but I didn't really like her. So I kept going, and then I didn't get a 5-star. So I was like, whoa, is that the only time I'm going to get it? It's the first roll, but eventually I got another 5-star and another one. So I did stop once I got a character that I liked, not based off the stats, but based off the looks. However, if you look at each character, there is a score. This is what I think players are ranking the character at out of 5. And if you click on it, you can also see comments. So sometimes people will say things like, yeah, if you get this character, it's the best tank in the game. Or if you have this character, you will just breeze through the first blank chapters of the story. Stuff like that is good because it helps you determine whether or not, it's a keeper or someone you should put in your team. However, there are tons of comments that are a bunch of bullshit, mainly on the waifus that discuss, things we shouldn't even be reading on the screen right now. But yeah, overall, this is a good gacha game. It's a good collector game. It's kind of hard to keep up with all these mobile games I'm playing at the moment, but I was surprised at how this one managed to keep me around, because even though I might come across a good collector games, I'm like, you know what, I just don't have the time for this. Or do I really want to commit to it? I have to choose very wisely, because I feel like my time is so limited since I play so many games and also work so much. But this one is one I'm going to keep up with, sponsored or not. I actually wanted to make a video on this. I've had some requests to make a video on this, but I was already in the talks with the company. The only thing that sucks about that is that when something is sponsored, there will be a group that believes you only like the game or you only enjoy the game because it's paid. And I will tell you that's not true, but of course I can't convince everyone. This isn't really the kind of game I feel I can make consistent content on for this channel, simply because, it's your autoplay turn-based collector game, but I do think we can return to it in maybe a few weeks to take a look at my roster and progress, similar to some of the other mobile game videos I've made in the past, just to see how far I've come and maybe how many new waifus I've gained. The UI looks good, game is aesthetically pleasing, a big fan of this anime style look. Yeah, with that being said, I'm sure some of you are playing this already, so if you are, let me know how your experience has been. Have you hit any walls? What characters does your team currently consist of? How far have you made it in the game? And if you haven't played it, well, if you plan on trying it, there is a link down below. And I'd like to know what characters you guys decided to stick with when rolling for your first team. But with that being said, this is Exos Heroes, a damn good looking game. I'm going to edit this video, and in between editing I will be playing this game a bit more. The footage you have been watching is from my iPad, because I felt that was the better place to record. But with all that being said, guys, I will catch you all in the next video. See you soon, friends.